What's crack-a-lack, your sport Broshmo, just in case you did not know so. And we're going over the Indianapolis Colts, taking a look what their offseason could look like if I was in charge. You won't like everything I have to say, but hey, we all got opinions. Let me know yours in the comment section below. Remember, be cool, be cool, be cool. We're all trying to make the Colts a better team. At least I hope we are. But if you're new to the channel, go ahead, become a bro, and subscribe. And if you enjoy the content, leave a thumbs up. Really helps the video get discovered. I got a Senior Bowl stuff should be out this week at some point. Also got safeties coming out, ranking video for safeties in the 2020 NFL draft coming out this week as well. Also, next week we got a mock draft, and then I got some re-rankings on some of the positions we've already gone over. Let's go ahead. Let's dive into the Indianapolis Colts as I talk slowly, 2 by time to get all this up and what not. There, I did a pretty good job at that. So Colts, they got 92 million in cap space. That's wild. Of course, that could be more. We're gonna release a few people. We're gonna start with Brian Hoyer. We're gonna do Hunt. We're gonna do Glowinski, who was probably the weakest part of the offensive line, which it's a very strong offensive line there in Indianapolis. Saves us 9 million. We're up to 101 million going into free agency, but there's one main person I want to re-sign. That's Costanzo. We're giving him 3 years, 39 million. 13 million a year, basically stay here. We got 88 million, still a butt ton of money. So what are we gonna do with that? So I got a couple of ideas, because for one, I want to get a quarterback who can stretch the field, who can basically just throw the football downfield. Brissett's not a bad backup quarterback. He's a very safe option, but he doesn't really stretch the offense. You saw that in the second half of the season, where that offense struggled really to get going. Yes, they need to get maybe a few more receivers here and there, but that's the perfect draft class to do it in. So I'll probably wait to really hit receiver till the draft. But I want to get another quarterback. So I got rid of Hoyer, because Brissett's our backup. As far as the defense, I don't know, maybe depth. It's a really good defense they have there in Indy. So let's go ahead. Let's take a look at who I signed. I got Brandon Sheriff, who's probably going to be a popular guard option in this draft. 5 years, 70 million. So that's a lot of money, and the Colts, they do have to pay some people in the upcoming future. Like Quentin Nelson, for one, their best offensive lineman. But that's really probably where I spent the most money, was getting Sheriff, who now you have a studded offensive line. Got Laquan Treadwell, because they went out and they picked up Devin Funchess last year. They wanted a big body option, and they paid a lot of money just for a 1-year rental. Here you get 2 years out of a very similar guy for half the price. Michael Pierce, really to help out in the middle there, get them kind of a nose. He was very dominant there for the Ravens. He was very good. Let's go with that. And then Greg Zuerlein, because Adam Vinatieri probably won't. I imagine he retires after this season. So you get one of the best kickers in the league there. Now my big sign-in, and this is where people are going to have a lot of different opinions. I signed Jameis Winston for 1 year, 27 million. Now, like I said, I wanted a quarterback who throws the ball downfield. I mean, Winston was among the highest, or he had among the most big play throws. The only problem is he also had definitely had the most turnover-worthy throws on top of turnovers. You know, then maybe that's something he can adjust in a new change of scenery. Perhaps. I'm willing to risk 1 year on that. I'm willing to risk 1 year of Jameis Winston. Because, I mean, look at your team. What y'all finished? What did the Colts finish like? 7-9, 6-10. Doesn't even matter. So what's wrong with swinging for the fences on Jameis Winston for a year? Because if you really want a franchise quarterback, you might have found it here with Winston. Not likely, but you kind of prolong that search for another year. Or we get a guy we want to develop in the draft here. So I got Winston, like I said, very divisive. sign in there, but it is what it is. Let's go ahead. Let's go to the draft. Like I said, I kind of want to focus receiver here in this, and there's a problem with that, or at least with the first pick. Isaiah Simmons is still on the board. I don't think he realistically he will be, because certainly if he was for the Colts, I would go for it in a heartbeat. I'd go for it, because I'm all about drafting the best player available. But realistically, I don't think he will be. And then none of the receiver, like hoping a CeeDee Lamb maybe falls, a Jerry Jeudy, that would be nice, but they didn't. And oh, did T Higgins went with the? Oh, geez, that's the guy I was thinking about getting. T Higgins. So with T Higgins on the board, because they were really trying to get a big body receiver, and I figured T Higgins would be perfect fit here, but he's off the board. So like Javon Kinlaw's a good option there. I don't really think they need Grant Delpit. And wow, Andrew Thomas still on the board here too. That's wild. I mean, honestly, I think you go best player available. A lot of people might like Jordan Love here with this pick. I disagree. I think he may be a second rounder at best. He wasn't one of my risers coming out of the Senior Bowl. Let me tell you about that. But you know what? If Isaiah Simmons really fell here, realistically, because it looks like they kind of did that. And you know what? I got no real big gripe with seeing how this draft broke down or at least how the first 12 picks broke down. I'll take Isaiah Simmons, like in a heartbeat. He really fell there, which is wild. That does change some of the guys I plan, or that does change some of the stuff I wanted to do with the defense, but that's all right. I'm okay with that. That's fine. That's a good pick. All right, so here we are with the Colts pick. And look, Jordan Love's there. All right, if you honestly think this guy can be the next, you could take a year to develop, just kind of like what the Chiefs did with Mahomes, with Alex Smith there. So, bam. You didn't have to reach for him. I mean, I still technically think this is a reach, because I really liked Love, and I've kind of fallen off a bit from that. So now, next pick here. I still want my receiver. I want to take a quick look. Wait. I want to take a look at okay. All right, so I'm going Michael Pittman Jr. here. He's big bodied. He's got a little bit more size. I was considering Denzel Mims, but I want to decided to go against it. There are other guys that are kind of interested up here. We could find a replacement for Eric Ebron, but get that. So I'm gonna go Michael Pittman Jr. I think that's a very solid pick there. So honestly, we don't have too many holes on our roster. We're really, like, straight up, we're drafting for depth at this point. Curtis Weaver in the tail end of the second? I don't think so. Why so many people, like so many analysts are low on Curtis Weaver, and it just blows my mind. All right, so waiting for our next pick. Looking at the best available. I would say Neville Gallimore, but he's gone. All right, so looking at tight end, I'm not gonna lie, yo. I'm going Harrison Bryant. Like I would lie though. I like Harrison Bryant. I think it's a good pick. I'm also I was eyeing kind of Caesar I'm gonna butcher your last name. I have yet to practice how to say that, or at least I didn't practice before the video because I didn't think it would come up. Matt Hennessy, something I'd be looking at, but I think I'm going with Harrison Bryant, who I think is the best, at least from receiving aspect, he's the best receiving tight end in this draft. So I'm loving it, but I'm really loving this draft. Hennessy's not going to be there with the next pick. There he goes. Okay. Oh, where's our next pick? I thought I paused for a second. All right. So just kind of looking at how everything's going down. I do want to address receiver again, and I'm willing to take the best one on the board. Let's see. I want my KJ Hill. Bring in another Ohio State guy. Tyler Johnson shouldn't be down this far. So it is now our pick. Really have to go receive. Really like KJ Hill. It looks like he could play on the outside. Could be maybe an heir apparent from T.Y. Hilton, but all right, I'm liking this. Now I kind of want to look around maybe the offensive line, not tackle. Probably more so center, because Ryan Kelly, I don't know how much longer. I don't know what his contract is actually. Should look that up before I signed for it. All right, so he signed through 2020. That wouldn't be a bad idea getting a guy to kind of like eventually replace him. I don't know if linebacker's really a need right now, because Isaiah Simmons could kind of work into that. I like what they have at, I mean, maybe D-line. D-line's probably a place to go. I wouldn't mind going running back either. Just for a little bit more depth. I would love maybe an edge. Nothing really perking the interest. Any of these. Actually, Devon Hamilton, he's done a pretty good job of working his way up some draft boards. Linebacker, I like Cam Brown though. Man, tough. I mean, we could triple dip at receiver. I really like Antonio Gandy Golden. That's not bad. I don't mind getting depth on the interior with Brandon Sheriff's injury history. And I really do like Onwenu. So let's go with that. Get some depth. Really want to address the defense a little bit more though. We've really hit offense quite a bit. So this next pick is most certainly deep. But honestly, I think we got, no lie, the starters look set for me here. Maybe corner. I wouldn't mind getting another corner with Pierre Desir. Don't know what I want to do with him in the future. Man, very interesting draft. All right, we're up. I like Keyshawn Vaughn. AJ Green's interesting. Didn't get to participate at the Senior Bowl, I think, though. Not 100%. I haven't gone through all my Senior Bowl stuff yet. Huh. Good parts. I barely even noticed him on the field. That might be a good thing, though, honestly. If you're a corner and no one really notices you're doing much, that means I think that's a good thing. They don't, obviously you're not playing bad, you know, in drill, or you're not doing bad in drills or even in the game if no one's noticing you. So if you're bad, they'll notice. So perfect mid-round selection. I'll go AJ Green. I do still want to hit D-line and edge. Windsor, a very interesting prospect. Carter Coughlin, honestly, he is an Indianapolis type of guy. Oh, Trayvon Hill, man. Actually, I like this right here. Owule Bediku out of Illinois, man. The guy, he's a project, but Colts love projects. And I'm gonna say, what was it? Trayvon Hill. That's it. He came in super undersized to the Senior Bowl. Looked like he was fasting. I mean, he wasn't. No one expected him to be big, but no one expected him to be like. I think he was like sub 220. Maybe he was like right around 220 for edge. It's like, dude, you can't do that, bro. So honestly, best player available seems to be the theme. I wouldn't mind. I like Bryce Huff. Oh, he should be. He won't be around. But I talked about Windsor earlier. I don't mind taking him right now. So I think that should be it for the draft for the Colts, or maybe they have another pick. But I think that's it. And overall, I really like this draft. It looks like an Indianapolis Colts type of draft. In my opinion, I always find their drafts interesting because I try to think, what were they going for? I don't think Jack Driscoll. Why are people saying Jack Driscoll is a 7th rounder? I'm telling you, that guy's like early to mid day 3, like a 4th, 5th. So with our picks, straight up, I think we did really good. Michael Pittman Jr. was a nice consolation prize since we didn't get T. Higgins. Isaiah Simmons was a nice consolation prize since we didn't get T. Higgins. I mean, he's more than that. I mean, that really put me in a bind. I don't know what to really do with him on defense. You got your developmental quarterback in Jordan Love. Harrison Bryant brings in that he doesn't necessarily have the size of Eric Ebron, but it's interesting. You got KJ Hill, who could play in the slot. He played in the slot all at Ohio State, but at Senior Bowl he showed like he could play on the outside, which was really interesting. Wainu is good depth. AJ Green's good depth. Bediku is a good project, and Windsor is just really good. Just a good pickup there later in the draft. So let's take a look at what the starting lineup will look like. So with the starting lineup, you got Jameis Winston, you got Marlon Mack, and remember we're developing Jordan Love, so don't be mad if Jameis Winston don't work out, because Jordan Love might not work out either. But T.Y. Hilton, you got Michael Pittman Jr., Paris Campbell there on the in the slot, but you could also put KJ Hill there, who has a ton of experience in the slot, and then Jack Doyle, and then also remember we got Harrison Bryant there if they want to run 2 tight end sets. On top of that, you got Costanzo, you got Nelson, you got Kelly, you got Sheriff, you got Smith. And then taking a look at the defense, I like how the defense looks. I ended up putting Isaiah Simmons at the strong safety, but honestly, you could throw him in the slot, you could throw him at linebacker if Bobby Akwari isn't looking like he did last year. He looked really good in coverage. That's why I have him there. Darius Leonard. I mean, I love how this team looks. It looks like they can be a competitor. And if Jameis Winston could win, they won like 7 games with the Buccaneers, then he should be able to take this team to the playoffs. I'm just saying. But that's it for the video. Go ahead and do the YouTube thing. It's always much appreciated, much obliged, and be on the lookout for other videos on the channel. But until next time, you be easy, my friends. Later.